Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Got it! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dre Greenwald getting home on that one. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Corral. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
To try again after the sack. Corral. A throw left side caught by the tight end Freiermuth. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. 3rd and long. Corral. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. This will be fielded at the 17. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, here's Corral. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Gano for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On second down, Swift. And the ball is knocked out, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. This is taken at the 15. Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Corral to throw, 1st and 10.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right.
Corral on 3rd and goal.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Room here to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
50 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. Shotgun snap to Corral. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
Blankenship's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Running from the gun with Henry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This time they stay on the ground. And some space here. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Corral with it. First down here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 45 on second down. Corral. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd and 1, Corral. And here's Freiermuth again. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Corral with it on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Corral on 2nd down. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. That
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On third down, Corral. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Uses the stiff arm. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Check pass, check pass.
They'll run it again with Henry. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Carolina. Derrick Henry with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Corral looking to throw it. A short one there to Freiermuth. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's second down. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On second and goal, Corral, touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Ready, break.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
Drop 60, drop 60.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Ready.
And they will take a knee here. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.